So I just got off work about an hour ago, and I just realized coming down here that I'm wearing a gray shirt, and the bees don't like dark colors very well. So there's a big chance I might get stung today. But I'm long overdue for getting stung anyway. Hi everyone. We are going to be looking at my bees to make sure that they're not preparing to swarm. And I want to check the weakest of the bunch to make sure that they have plenty of food, aka pollen, for the brood, and to see if the queen is laying strongly or not, because for a while she hasn't. She's been very slow to lay. The hive is growing a little bit, but not as fast as I'd like. I'm just monitoring her to see if she's going to get better. But today I'm just going to be checking for swarming, any signs of swarming, and check to see if that weakest hive is finding plenty of food and has a strong queen now. Boy, since last time I was here, the grass sure grew big. I'm going to need to trim that. Looks like the bees are happy. So quick flashback. This hive box I'm looking through is a medium super that I would like the bees to turn into a honey box instead of a brood box. Last winter, this hive was running on both a deep super and a medium super put together, according to the bees' need for space at that time. But now that this is my strongest hive, and because I've made a couple starter hives from it already, I need all of the brood in deep-sized frames instead of medium-sized frames. It makes it hard to find brood in frames for starter hives if most of the brood is in frames of comb that is the wrong size for the box you need to put the bees in. So all I'm doing here is looking to see where the queen is so that I can put a queen excluder in between her and this super. That will keep her in the lower boxes of the hive so that she won't be able to lay eggs in this box anymore. And while I'm at it, I may as well check for swarm cells. Yeah, no queen cells, just cups. So they're not planning on... I want to see if she's laying down here or if they're just storing honey in here. I'll know if she's down here if I see eggs. Oh yeah, there's eggs. Where are you, mama? Yeah. Look at all those bees. Yeah, and there's eggs down there. There's eggs down there in the cells. A lot of drones. Oh, there's the queen. Where are you? There she is in the bottom. There she is. I hope I can get that. I can't see what the camera's doing. But anyway, she's here. So. Uh-oh. Going down. Where are you going? Come on, go back up. There you go. I don't want to squish you. There you go. Okay, so she is down there. And that was a very fat, healthy looking queen too. Should say, don't want to squish me. Come on, get down there. Okay. There. Just don't want to squish anybody. Okay. So we found the queen. We know there's brood up here. Boy, by the weight in this, there's honey in here too. That's good. I'll put these frames right back where I found them. I don't see any evidence of swarming. It looks like they have plenty of room to lay. And that's a good honey frame right there. There's nectar too, along with some bee bread of many colors. Some wildflower bloom and some fruit tree bloom too. I don't know if you can see that. They're mostly yellow and orange colors for the bee bread. Alright, so eventually there is a lot of brood up in this top super that I want to use as a honey super later. So with the queen down here, she's not able to go up here, and so all this brood is going to hatch eventually. And then they'll just store honey up here eventually. I'm curious about this hive. This hive, I've been wondering how the queen is doing. Wow, look at that. I just gave them nectar, when was it? 2 days ago. A quart of nectar, and they've already drunk it down. Yeah, this is the continuing trend I'm seeing. But they have grown, because originally, from this frame to this frame used to be all bees. Now the bees are up to here in this frame. So they are growing in numbers. Just not very fast. Not as fast as I'd like. Nothing in here. Okay, so this is an empty frame. Ouch. Stung me in the finger. That hive's empty. That frame's empty. Okay, so if they're gonna have food, this is where the sugar feeder was. So there should be some fresh sugar nectar in here then. Bee cluster here. There's pollen. Yeah, there's the sugar water. A lot of fresh bees though. They're a little paler than the adults. Oh, there's a strong brood pattern. You can't see it, probably. There's brood there. And here it is on the outside. That's a strong brood pattern. And yes, there's some eggs too. Not a lot of honey and not a lot of nectar though. So far they haven't found their own nectar supply. Yeah. It's a strong brood pattern. Not a lot of honey though. There's eggs. Not a lot of honey and not a lot of pollen either. So I need to find a good pollen substitute. Yeah? Brood, nectar, or is it sugar water? Probably sugar water. Not a lot of pollen though, and they need pollen to raise strong brood. See a lot of newborn bees too, but man, there's just not much. Let's see if there's nectar and pollen in here. It's concerning that there's not much. Okay, oh, there's the queen. There's the queen right there. But I wasn't looking for her, I was just looking for, yeah, this is all sugar water, sugar syrup. There's no pollen at all. So if any of you know of any good pollen substitutes that I can make up myself, please please comment a recipe and I'll look into it, because these bees need pollen and they're not able to find, for some reason they're not finding their own pollen source. and they need pollen. They got nectar, but they haven't been able to find any pollen supply. Interesting, we saw the queen on that one nectar frame. You don't see that every day. Usually they stay where the brood is. Okay. One hive left to check, and that's that. Okay, there's brood there. The fact that there's brood on top shows that they're doing okay. Queen rice. There's brood there, and then larvae right in here. Girls, cooperate for the camera. Okay. So yeah, there's larvae here. Come on, move away. Yeah, you see there's drone larvae. This is all drone larvae. And you can see that right on top. Worker brood down there, so yeah, we're good. They're irritated. I'm definitely going to need to come back and feed this and that other hive too. So to recap, I'm definitely going to need to feed that the gray hive. We already gave it some bee pollen that was in a refrigerator, but after that bee pollen is used up, we still need to figure out what we're going to do for a pollen substitute the next time we have a scenario like that, where you have a lot of brood in a hive and yet hardly any pollen at all to feed the young larvae. But as of now, we do have actual 100% natural bee pollen, and they've been pecking away at it, the bees have, so they've needed pollen. The big hive, I don't need to be worried about. I'm going to be making up a new nuke soon. Next week, I'm going to be getting a few queens from a guy that I know very well to queen those 2 nukes up. Those 2 nukes I had made like three weeks ago, and they don't have any queens in them because I've been waiting on a delivery of queens. But I'm going to be getting queens next week, so I need one more nuke to give all those queens a home. Anyway, you'll see all of that in the upcoming video. We hope you enjoyed this one, and like, comment, and subscribe if you have any questions and want to see more videos coming up. Take care.